Hi guys, welcome back. So today I am doing a homeware haul for you. It feels like it has been forever since I've done one. I think my last proper one was back maybe in October, and I love doing homeware hauls and you guys seem to really like them too. So because I've got so much stuff, I'm just going to get started and jump right into the video. So first off, I'm going to show you some things that I actually bought from eBay, and they are just these like letter light things. Say it in lights, kind of like light up. What do they say they call them? I don't know, they're just like light signs. And I've got one I've already opened, which is the S, and I got an S, an and a D for Steph and Dan, and I just thought they were really cute. They were £10 each, I think, so they weren't too bad a price, but they are made out of wood. They feel really nice, and then you can turn them on and then they glow, and I just think that looks so pretty. And we've just bought a new bookcase from IKEA, and I just thought they'd look really nice on a bookcase, or if you stack them on top of some books. But they were £10 I think each, something like that. But if I can find them as well, then obviously I will link them down below, because they had all different letters obviously. Next are some drawer organisers. So my desk drawers are, I try to organise them with things like glossy boxes and birch boxes, and they just get in such a mess so quickly. And I just think anything that, oh, I've got a hair in my mouth. Anything that you kind of have to use frequently is a mess. I just feel like it makes you feel like your life's a bit of a mess. That might sound a bit dramatic, but I think if everything feels like it's in order and organised, it makes your life a lot easier. So I've ended up buying two to fit one of the drawers, because I just wanted to see, so they'd go next to each other. Basically what they would look like. So they're just these acrylic drawers. There's a big one here and 3 squares there, and then the other one is this one with a big bit down the middle, and then the 3, but you get an extra 3 compared to this one. So I measured them out and they do fit in the drawer, which is brilliant. But I have got 2 drawers, so I just wanted to see really how these would do in one drawer, but also I would like to change my desk eventually, so I didn't want to invest and buy 2 of these for the other drawer, and then hopefully I want a smaller desk really, that then if I've got too many, I'm not really sure what else I would do with them. They look pretty good in the pictures for like organising your drawers, for like your jewellery and things like that, and I do think they'd be pretty good, but we don't have the space in the bedroom really to have trays like this anywhere. So I'm just keeping them for the desk really. They were both on Amazon, and I think the smaller one was about £8–9, and then the other one I think was about £12 or £14. I looked at so many for different prices, but again, like I said, hopefully they'll be linked down below. Also from, I'm sure these were from Amazon as well, in the bedroom what I want to do is I just want to organise our clothes a bit better. Dan's like wardrobe area over here, he has like no space, so he keeps hanging clothes over the top of other clothes, and it just looks like really messy, and it's just because he hasn't got enough space, and neither have I. And I thought one way we would do it is by getting some of these non-slip really thin hangers, and I got 2 packs of 50, so I've got 100 hangers, and I'm going to replace all of our hangers with these, and hopefully it will just give us a little bit more space. And they were really reasonable. I got like both of them, and I'm sure they were like £30 for 50, which I thought was a really good value, and I'm actually really excited to replace them all. I just think it'll give me a chance. I'll go through all the clothes and see what clothes don't I want. I might get rid of some, and I'm just kind of having like a reorganise, I think, and just looking at the space that we've got and seeing if I can be a bit smarter with it really. And this is something that I think we can be really smart with our clothes. Next, some stuff was actually from Dunelm, or it used to be called Dunelm Mill, and I wanted to replace our bed sheets, because I actually don't like having, I liked the idea of white bed sheets, but I think unless you've got really super expensive white ones, like from the White Company or something, then they do look a little bit like, they do look cheap. So I wanted to replace them, and when we come to doing the bedroom, I want to paint the walls like they're going to be a white and grey, but they're not quite white, but, and you would say it's not white, but they're going to have the tiniest tinge of grey to them, so that this room is too small really for it to be a dark grey. So what I wanted to do was, if the walls were going to be white with a hint of grey, and I want to change the lamp frames. I don't like these chevron ones anymore, so I might end up selling them or something, and I want to change them to white frames and then have white voiles and a white blind, and then have the colour elsewhere with lots of white cushions. So what I did was I ended up buying some grey duvet covers, and I just wanted them to be super plain. And I've got a king one because we've got a king duvet as well that we've got for Christmas that I haven't used, but they had 20% off everything on the bank holiday weekend. So I got a king size one of those, a double, because we've actually got a double duvet, a double size bed and mattress, but our new duvet is a king size. This is a deep fitted sheet, and then, because you've got quite a deep mattress, and then a pair of just plain pillows, and then some Oxford pillowcases as well, because they don't come as a pair. So got some of those, and I think that will just look really nice with lots of white cushions piled on top of it. And I just felt like we really needed a refresh, and I'm just not really into these anymore. I would love to have some really expensive sheets one day, but we can't afford to do that right now, so they will do us fine. Also from Dunelm, I went and looked around their kind of little accessory bits and stuff, and I saw this picture frame which I really liked, and it is a stand one, or no, you can't hang it actually, it is just one that you can stand on the side, and it's just got really pretty pattern all the way around. And we've got other frames like this that are a little bit smaller, and some they're really thick, like the picture area is quite small but the frame's really thick, and I just think it's a really nice collection, and I thought this would look nice on the bookcase. And I haven't got the price on this, but I remember, right, if I'm right, I think it was £4.99. It was so cheap, I thought they'd done something wrong. And then there was 20% off as well. And then the last thing from Dunelm as well is this vase, which was quite expensive if I remember rightly. Is the price? Yeah, was £19.99, and it's just this gold kind of prism triangle, weird twisted kind of vase. Now, it's not a vase I would actually put like water, as you can see in there, water and real flowers. It's something where I'd have like artificial ones, or maybe I wouldn't put anything in it and I would just leave it as that, like this really. And this is for the living room. I really liked it, but it was £20, so it is expensive, but I just thought I loved it. I loved that it was so different really. So yeah, I was really excited to get that. There was actually so much stuff in Dunelm that I really liked. Oh, actually, I forgot to show you, also from Dunelm, I got a lamp. And it's just this big white lamp here, and this is a big wooden block, well, it's actually hollow, and it's kind of got like a whitewash effect over the wood. And I just like it because it's quite like got a rustic look to it, and then obviously it comes with the white frame. And this is going in the living room to replace a lamp that we've got in there that was actually from my bedroom when Dan and I didn't live together, and we needed a lamp in the living room, and it's still the same lamp, and I can't stand it. So I'm probably going to sell that too actually. And this was, if I remember rightly, it was £19.99, and then there was 20% off of it as well. I haven't got it on here, but I'm sure I remember seeing it £19.99 and freaked out. I thought, that's £20, it's the same price as the vase, and I just really like that. So I think that looks very nice. And also from Dunelm, I got 2 continental square pillows, and these I can show you one. So they're just these really big square ones. I absolutely love anything from Dormer. That's our new duvet as well, our king duvet, because they do a really good like microfiber range, because I won't use anything that's got any like duck feathers or goose feathers or anything in it. So I want it all to be synthetic. So you can see it's so squishy, it's lovely. And what I want to do behind the bed is, behind the 2 like Oxford ones, I want to have these. Now, I didn't have them in the grey, which is really annoying, but I actually think if these were in white, so I'll get some white square kind of Oxford style ones, I think they'd look really nice then with the grey in front, and then with some white like scatter cushions, so I'm going to be replacing some of those. I think that will look really lovely. So they were £14.99 each, but they had 20% off as well, so not too bad. Now, moving on to IKEA. We took a special little trip, and Dan hates going to IKEA, so I've really got to be like, right, when we're there, we've got to get everything we need. So one thing that we got was actually 2 of these. They're just these cardboard like storage boxes, and I don't know if you can see the picture just there. That's what they look like. And actually, I wanted these for Dan. Dan has so much paperwork where he's self-employed, where he's freelance, or he's self-employed. He just like stuff collects everywhere. So I said to him, would this help? So we picked up a couple of them. They are so cheap. It wasn't even like a £5 for the 2 of those. I then got a plain white unscented candle for our hurricane glass that's got sand in, which is in our living room window. I then also picked up a couple of these little cactuses. I really liked them in the white and they're not plastic either, the white little pots. I thought they were really lovely. I thought they'd look really nice on the bookcase. I would like to get kind of like a prism kind. They look kind of like is it terrariums? I think they're called terrariums, but I don't want anything in it, and I was thinking about maybe putting one over the top of this, but I'm not sure yet. I quite like them on their own. It's just that this one down was like it's a bit more of a weapon than the one in the middle, but this wasn't very expensive at all, couple of pound. It was so cheap. So, and I really, really like them, and they're plants that I feel I'm quite confident I could look after. Then I also picked up 2 of these milk bottle vases. They were £1 each, and they were in the vase section, but I don't want to keep them as vases. I would use these, very Tumblr and like Instagram inspired, as actual drinks that I could put my smoothies in, or just anything really, just a nice drink, some nice sort of fruit infused water or something with lots of strawberries in, or make some homemade like raspberry or strawberry lemonade. And I really liked them. They were £1 each, so I couldn't pass them out. And Dan was like, you're going to use a vase as a glass. And I thought, well, they're just glass, nothing's happened to them yet. And I really liked them. So I have also ordered on eBay a whole mixture of kind of like pink, is it pink and white or pink and gold, the paper drinking straws. So if I can find them again, I will insert a picture here somewhere on the screen that will show you the ones that I have bought, and I will link them down below as well if you're interested, because they were a multi, so it wasn't all like the stripy chevron print or polka dots. They were a real mixture, and I really, really liked them. Then also we bought some picture frames, and these are just really, really simple ones. It's are they called the Ribba collection? Ribba? We got one that was the rectangle size. In fact, we got 2 rectangle ones. So there's the other one. And then we got 2 of the square ones, and this is going to go in the hallway because we've recently done some changes to the hallway. We've painted that, and we've got a new like console table in there, so I think it'd be really nice to get some photographs, and I want them to be pictures from mine and Dan's holidays, and I'm going to turn them into black and white, and because it's kind of like a bluey grey, white and chromy kind of effect in there, I think black and white pictures would look really nice. But when I got the 4 and then I looked at the wall, we actually could do with a couple more, so that's a bit annoying. We need to get a couple more of those. But that was everything from IKEA, plus a bookcase, which if you haven't seen on Instagram, I'd posted a picture of when I'd built it. So if you want to see that, my Instagram is always linked down below. And then another thing that I got randomly from Amazon, which I thought I'd show you, it's sort of homeware, is a fruit infused water bottle. Now I think you could just drop your own fruit in there, to be honest, and it will infuse it, but I liked the fact you had this little tube in there. And also my current water bottle that I take to work, I like it to just be plain water, and the bottle's smaller than this, so I thought, well, if I wanted kind of like a fruity one, then I'm happy to take 2, and one could be fruity and then one could be plain water. And I think this was about £6, £6.99, but this was on Amazon and they had like 6 different colours. So if I can find that again, I'll have that link down below for you guys. Other than that, I think that's it. I have bought on Etsy 2 white cushion covers, and I will insert a picture somewhere on the screen as well so you can see what they're like and have them linked down below, because they have got like Good Morning Gorgeous and Hello Beautiful, something like that, and I thought they'd look really nice on the bed, so I just need to get some cushions fillers for those because they're only the actual cases. So apart from that, I think that's it. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this homeware haul. Give it a thumbs up if you did like it, and I'll see you guys in my next video.